On this episode, we tear down brick walls and we celebrate with some Coke Vanilla Zero.
Hey.
I'm walking the streets of nowhere. I'm playing the game with no regrets. I'm crawling out from the gutters. Cloud and the Joker's all you guess.
I'm a New Heights fan. That's the podcast with Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce. Travis Kelce is the tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs, dating Taylor Swift. Everyone's upset about that for some reason. Jason Kelce is his brother, who is the either is the center for the Eagles or the former center. He's like kind of announced that he was retiring, but not really type of deal, you know? Mm-hmm. I say all of this to say that with your beard and your haircut, you have a resemblance to Jason Kelce, and I demand that you put up Jason Kelce's face next to yours, because your haircut kind of looks. I think yours is a little longer than his, but the beard and the kind of angle of your face, it's very Jason Kelce-ish. It's not a bad thing. Funny. You know, he was on the Times or whatever, the 100 sexiest men in the country. He was on that list. So,
well, you hear that, ladies. You heard it here first at Deaton Street.
I wouldn't do that face.
Well,
I don't know if that's
if we're talking about the 100 sexiest men.
But you look nice. I can tell you got like since the last episode, I think since the last episode, you got like a nice little trim up and the beard's looking nice and the haircut. I think you probably got that before you started working on your video, because I noticed in the video you look dapper too.
I got it the day before.
You're right.
I didn't want to go into doing that video looking with, I don't say ragged or anything. My hair was a little longer, so I went and got it cut. You know, I needed to look good, you know, if I want to start filming myself.
I haven't decided. I haven't made the decision on whether or not I'm growing my hair out yet. Okay.
We're on this again?
Yeah, we're on this again. This is like a every 2 year cycle thing.
Oh yeah.
But what that means is, because I haven't made a decision, it means I haven't gotten a haircut. And so by not making a decision, I am growing my hair.
Your hair grows a lot better than mine does. Whenever mine grows out, it'll like just out. And I can't do anything with it. Yeah, yours definitely looks way better when it grows out or as it's growing.
It still gets to awkward phases, and I'm in a pretty awkward phase right now. So I think in my video I didn't wear hats, but I've been wearing a lot of hats.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm trying to so I know I'm doing this. I'm trying to get my beard higher up on my cheeks.
Okay.
Because I've been doing like kind of like a little like a lower thing for a few years, and I think it's filling in a little bit.
Absolutely.
I'm challenged facial hair wise. So, but I'm trying to get a little higher. And so that looks weird too. Like, you can see the new line.
The patch. And then you see the line where it was. And then
So really bad time for me visually to decide to do a video, or I guess not decide.
Decide to have a facial and head of hair crisis, or, switch up.
Yeah.
I mean, all of our fancy hair and whatever else, we're talking about the videos.
Yeah.
The first videos of the 2024 challenge.
Right. Yeah. For those of you who didn't watch the 2024 challenge video, so basically all of you.
Shame on you. Go watch it after this.
Maybe not. It might be bad.
No.
But yeah, so we're each doing one video a month on our personal channels. For me, that's at WackZeb. For Dustin, that's at Mallett Bros. Yep. And so I don't know if you want to throw in like a little clip teaser of each of our videos right here. My name is Zach, and I have a problem. I have a lot of problems, but specifically today, I have a Coke Zero Vanilla problem.
I decided that I needed to create something. I hesitated at first to do this challenge,
because one video a month is going to be pretty tough. But if not now, when? Sure.
Something may have just happened or not.
Maybe.
Maybe we
probably
just
does.
paused for a second. Weird. But yeah, so the videos came out last week. We saved the videos for each other until they release. So usually when we're making something, we're back and forth on it, showing each other drafts.
Yeah.
There was none of that. No drafts this time. We just sent YouTube links.
It was all shocking to watch, you know, like,
Yeah.
we haven't talked about the idea. We haven't done anything,
No.
or each of our ideas. So that was like really cool.
Yeah. I mean, so let's start with your video. I thought it was fantastic. I've told you this
Thank you.
over text message. I told you this on the video. Very proud of you. I love the direction. I loved
Thank
the
you.
tone. It looked amazing. I made you send me your tutorial that you used to make the orange and teal pop so much. Just overall, I thought the tone, the timing, just the music you used, I thought it was great.
Thank you.
If you haven't watched it yet, please make sure, pause this episode. The link should be in the description. Go watch the video. It's so good, and it kind of sets the tone for what you're doing this year.
Yeah. It's the intro to the series of the year, you know?
Yeah. Do you want to talk about it a little bit, the idea behind it? And
so
you have your whole year planned out, or at least the foundation, and I'm a little jealous about that. But
most of it is planned out. But I mean, you've seen the video now, and hopefully those of you watching this have seen it as well. So I recently read a book, or am reading a book, and it's called Feel Good Productivity, and I explain it in the video, whatever. Well, he talks about doing side quests in your day-to-day activities and stuff, which I thought was like the coolest idea. Like, you don't think about it like that. Like, just like you always like to do is gamify things, right?
Yeah.
So like you kind of gamify your day-to-day stuff. Like, oh, I'm gonna go check out this coffee shop I don't usually go to. I'm gonna stop. That's a cool tree. I want to take a picture of it, you know? So that's essentially what I'm gonna try and do for the year. Some of which will be bigger trips, some of which will be smaller trips, some of which won't even be a trip at all. It'll be just some neat little thing. But like each video is like themed as a side quest. And so that's what my video was, just the intro. And really, it starts out talking about getting past a creative brick wall, which is what I felt like I was staring at for like since March. And so the side quest thing was like, oh, this is my outlet to be creative again, like on my own, for myself, kind of thing, and not have to worry about doing videos or edits or anything for anyone else aside from me. Like, it's solely written by me, for me, and who cares if anybody watches it? I'm doing this for me, you know? Like, it's just cool.
Yeah, I loved it. There's a lot of different reasons I loved it. The beginning of it made me cry. I even sent you a picture of me crying afterwards, just because it was so real and I felt it. Like, it spoke to me too, like that barrier of, I know I want to do this, but there's something holding me back. And I thought you know, the metaphor you used was brilliant. Just like there's a brick wall ahead of you and you really do have to start chipping away at it. Right.
Yeah.
So I thought the metaphor was great. I thought the imagery was great. And I know you really well. I'm gonna have to start not cry here. I know you really well, and I knew that you were being genuine to the camera. And just that, like going right into it, I was like, "Oof, okay, there's my feels." Right?
Yeah.
And then it kind of builds into this video that's about side quests, and I love the idea of side quests. I'd never thought about it before. Right?
Me neither.
But I love the idea of side quests, especially for this, because you're putting yourself in a position to go out and find things that you normally wouldn't. You're making yourself branch out in life, and getting away from the monotony, right? And so you're
Getting
using
out of
it
your
for
comfort
videos.
zone.
Yeah, but you're forcing yourself. It's so brilliant. The whole thing. I'm gushing and would love it so much.
My main takeaway, or not my main takeaway, my main like goal with that video and the series is to get the audience, whoever watches it, to feel how you felt, as in like, oh, I I have a brick wall that I'm staring at, and this is how I can break it up, and let's go on this journey together.
Right.
Like you do your own side quests, take a picture, like document it, like just take the time to do something extra. So hopefully I'll have feedback from whoever else that might be inspired by that.
Yeah.
So that's like the main goal, really.
It definitely inspired me, dude. Like, it definitely made me want to go out and do stuff. So, I mean, it's really cool. I also
Thank you.
And so the behind the scenes, is that the coffee shop that you go to? Is that where you shot?
No,
What
I
do you-
don't actually go to a coffee shop at all, really.
Well, you have the guy that does the coffee beans.
Oh no, he does that out of his house.
Okay, so
Yeah.
where did you shoot? Like, what?
So that is down the road from my office.
Okay.
This was an old building on the corner
Mhm.
that was like run down forever, dude. And they just recently gutted it and then basically made it into like a seating area, like down Main Street.
Mhm.
And I thought whenever they first did it, I was like, this is stupid because it does not look good.
Yeah.
It looks like they basically just kind of refaced it a little bit and it
Mhm.
still looks just gross. But it was a public accessible brick wall backdrop that I could go and do. And I was actually, I did it all at night, or was it like 9? It was like 9:30 at night.
Mhm.
And there was overhead like lighting that were just like strung up, and there was like a street lamp or whatever that I sat in front of. So, I mean, it's probably super underexposed, but it is what it is.
I didn't think so. So you had inside shots too, right? Or were they just all outside shots?
All outside.
Some of the shots look like inside. That was cool.
I was so like where I was sitting, or so
It's like under
there's
an
a few
overhang or
shots.
something.
That's inside of the building.
But the building's just like free use building.
The building is hollowed out. Like it's
But like,
literally
who owns the building? It's like the city owns the building,
the city.
and you can just go in there and use it forever. Like so basically, you have your own like free studio in your area that you can just go shoot at.
Well, it's wide open. Like the rain, like there's no ceiling, there's no roof or anything.
Oh, okay.
So it's just an open area thing,
Okay.
right? So like it rained. So like the water,
Mhm.
I don't know if you caught it, but there's a spot where I had like the brick wall. It was like the reflection of the water. It was not the greatest of shots.
That
But
was great.
that's all from inside that little building. So like it rained,
Yeah. So
but-
and did you? The other question that I had that I haven't asked you yet because I want to ask it on the pod. Did you bring lighting, or were you using just like
No.
natural lighting that was there? Really,
no light, dude.
dude?
I had a street lamp in front of me
Yeah.
that was hitting my face, and then like I said, there was hanging like outside, like not Christmas lights, but like the strung lights that were just above the top, right?
Yeah.
And so that was it. That was all I did. Like it was I didn't plan
Jeez.
on recording it that night.
Yeah.
I went over there to test it out.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, well, I might be able to use this. Let's just go ahead and shoot it.
That's crazy, dude.
And ended up just using it.
That's insane. One, because that would make me nervous. I mean, I think we've talked about this before. Like getting out and doing things like that still makes me terrified and nervous. Part of the reason I love sports videography so much is that you're supposed to be there and you fit in and you're not out of place. So that's crazy that you're
What was
outside
it?
for the whole thing. But it's the lighting looks amazing for it being just natural. I mean, I really thought maybe you'd popped open in a little light.
Nope.
I was like, oh man, I wonder if he got it in the middle of the city with pop out some lights and stuff, because that would make me nervous to pop lights on too. But
because it was wide open to the road. So like the shot where I like walk out into the corner or whatever, like that's at the corner of the road, dude. That's Main Street. Like it's busy.
Wow.
The whole time I'm shooting and recording, down the road, there's a wine bar that's having like this guest singer or something that they're playing music. super loud. And then I would like pause and wait for a car to go.
Dang.
Then it would leave and then go and then continue on, say the next thing or whatever. So, yeah.
That's cool, man. And I guess did you clean up the audio in Premiere?
I cleaned it in
Isolated it?
Audition. Yeah.
Nice.
So it was all with the Rode Wireless Go 2s, the Lav.
Yeah. Yeah. You see, I thought yours sounded good. I also used in my video, I used the Wireless Pros, which is supposed to be better. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I know how to use lav mics. I'm gonna just put it out there. I say that I'm an audio guy. I say that's my main thing. Every time I've used a lav mic, it sounds bad. And I'm seeing other people using lav mics and they're better, so I'm thinking it's me.
Mine was okay. I wish it would have been better. Like I wish I'd have had like a shotgun mic and a backup or whatever that I could have used. Because I felt like mine was just a little too muffled. Like just on the cusp of being muffled,
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously it's not this.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not going to be right up on you. So it sounded like I was there.
Right. We could geek out about audio forever, but I think I'm going to have to get a good shotgun mic because I feel like I'm a shotgun mic guy. I think I don't like lavs.
I'm looking into one. I have a shotgun mic, but it's XLR, and I'd have to plug it in. I want one that just goes on the top of my camera.
Mm-hmm.
I have an old one.
I have some of the Rode ones that work pretty well.
Yeah, those are really good.
And I use those for football and stuff, and audio comes out great.
Yeah.
So,
do you find yourself craving something sweet, cold, and made of the softest snow you've ever seen in your life? Well, you're in luck, because us here on Deaton Street know of the best place to go. Snowbees Express, located in Jennings, Louisiana, is the #1 spot to stop for all of your snow cone, soft serve ice cream, and soda on shaved ice needs. They're open year-round because here in Louisiana, we sometimes only get 1 week of cold winter days per year. So come on down to the Red Train Caboose. Yes, you heard that right, a literal caboose, located in Jennings, Louisiana, 420 Roberts Avenue. Currently, they're open 1 to 5, Monday through Saturday. You can find them on Facebook as well to book a party. Just search Snowbees Express and reach out. That's SNOB' Express.
So, I mean, that's a little behind the scenes of mine. So let's talk about your video.
Well, let's talk about. I had to.
Yours.
I'm drinking a Java Monster right now, but I had to bring a prop.
You had to bring it, dude. Yours was so cool. It was like so far opposite of mine.
Mm-hmm.
That I thought it was just awesome. The editing of it was fantastic. The progression of the story and how you told it and everything and how you tied everything together was just great. The comedic timing was awesome. All of that, the comedic timing plus the edit of that, so I mean, all of that meshed together like it did its job.
Yeah.
I cracked up several times watching yours and was like, this is really well done.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. It's scary. It's so scary to do something like that, man. And I felt really comfortable with it after I started, because I kind of shot it all in one day. Mm-hmm. And the thing that got me shooting is that I bought one of the, I don't know what it's called. It's like almost like a clamp tripod. It's like a clamp you can put on everything, and you put like a tripod head on top of it.
Yeah.
So I bought one of those, and I really wanted a weird angle in my video, and I don't know why. I just wanted a weird angle.
Those are awesome.
So I popped it on the top of my one of my doors for the scene where I'm like putting everything down, and then I'm like looking up at the camera, and it makes me look like a little kid. Basically, and I'm like, I was so mad at that take too, because that's way more like derpy than I wanted it to be, but I only did it once, and I didn't want to reset up the shot. So I was like, using the derpy, and it's just gonna.
Because you stacked up like 12 freaking cases of Coke. I was like, there's no way he did that 5 times.
I did it a lot, dude.
Oh,
I did a lot, really? Three different angles of it until I got the one that I really wanted.
Nice.
And then I had to I stacked them up in different ways to see what I liked. And so as far as like the stacking of it, like I tried to do like a pyramid. not to get too in the weeds, but I kind of obsessed over that way too much.
Yeah. Well, backtrack a little bit. So, like, what was the premise of your video for those who haven't paused yet and watched it?
Right. So the premise of my video is pretty simple. I love Coke Vanilla Zero, specifically the Zero, and I can't find it in my area. And I wanted to know why. And that's it. That's the video. And I'm not going to tell you why in this video. If you want to know why.
Perfect.
And I found out why. I know why. I did my job.
Which was extremely interesting, by the way. Like, I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense for, like, other sodas near me, you know? Like, I was like, this is informative. This is good stuff.
There was some stuff in there when I learned it, and I was like, oh, that's obvious. But, you know, especially, like, I'd say, like, the C section. The C section. Nope. Nope. The C block.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oh, well, you got to go watch the video to find out what that is.
There's no C sections in the video. The third section of the video is where I go into the thing that made me go like, oh, it makes sense that it's not all this and it's actually spread out like that, and that those make these type of decisions and that. Anyway, so you have to watch that. But yeah, I knew I wanted to do video essays because I was trying to figure out what like genre of videos that I would be comfortable and happy doing. And video essays are the thing that I landed on because I like doing essays. I like doing research, and I can hide behind the research a little bit, but also throw in my voice.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I want. I think I'm going to keep doing that for all 12. It's just like, kind of wheezy waiter. Someone said Vsauce in the comments. So I was like, oh my gosh, thank you.
Yeah,
bro.
that was a huge compliment there. I saw that and I was like, dang.
Because that's kind of, I didn't think about Vsauce when I was making it because I haven't watched Vsauce in a while. I think he's pretty irregular when he uploads. But man, that he's like the video essay king.
Yeah.
So, but that's kind of what I was going for. The thing that I wanted to talk about with my video is that comments are wild on YouTube.
Dude, they're awesome. Oh man. I've been cracking up at your comment section on that video. Welcome to YouTube.
Yeah. So the first day I had a random that said, I had a commenter that said like, you know, it's essentially like good video, you know, well made type of deal. My wife saw that and she's like, that is great. Doesn't that make you like swell up with pride? And I was like, no. She's like, why? And I was like, because the bad ones are coming.
He said, just wait.
Because if I let the good ones affect me, then the bad ones are gonna cut.
Yo, yeah.
And so one of the ones that I want to talk about a little bit, the one that made me laugh, and that the guy liked my video too, so I can't be that mad. And he didn't say anything that was incorrect. But it was just one of those moments where a random internet stranger pointed out something about myself that is a truth and has been a truth for a long time, but I never knew before. I just never realized it. I thought it was a normal thing. And this one guy, and maybe you could pull the comment and put it up there, but he essentially said like, great video, but you need some lip balm.
Some chapstick.
You need chapstick real bad.
Dude, you sent me that? I freaking died. Oh my gosh.
Dude, I watched the last Deaton Street and I needed chapstick then too. Like this guy he's correct, but it just hit so hard that I was like, dang, I need to start. You have to worry about that stuff.
I thought you knew. I don't know. I didn't pay attention. I knew it was there, but I was just like, man, whatever.
Yeah, I guess I always have like chapped lips, and I don't like chapstick. So I never like thought it was a thing. Like right now, dude, I have freaking chapped lips.
I don't ever have that problem.
Yeah.
So
but
that's so funny.
The comment section is wild. I had one guy told me I needed a new subject. But I was like, dude, the video's already out.
Yeah. Yeah, what was it? He was like, oh, this is a great video, but nobody cares about Coke Zero, Coke Vanilla Zero, something like that. Yeah. Like, pick a different subject. I was like, what?
You watched the video.
Yeah.
Apparently, people care. I don't know. It's that I don't want to go through, and I don't want to be that guy that goes through the comments. I mean, right now, honestly, I'm replying to all of them because, one, I do appreciate when people watch the video and take time out of their day to comment, even if the comment is that I need lip balm. Like, it's still a great comment either way. But I don't want to be the guy that takes all of that to heart. because of, man, it's brutal. And that's on a video that didn't get, thousands and thousands of views. I can't imagine like actual YouTubers, the comments that they get. Because I don't leave comments. I don't do it,
I don't either. I never do. I've left maybe 3 comments on like videos every once in a while.
Yeah.
But no, I just don't.
Comment section is wild, and I am not looking forward to continuing on with the comment section. It's just not. It ain't for me.
Especially you with the video essay idea. Like, you are picking the wrong thing if you don't want to look at comments and because that's so funny.
I already have a couple kind of contenders for my next video. It'll be a video essay as well. And I'm not gonna touch on controversial stuff. That's just not who I want to be. But
it's just stuff that's interesting to you.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. The idea of Whack Zeb is just stuff that I find interesting, and
that's all it should be. That for anybody that's like starting a YouTube channel or anything, like that's all it should be. It's like what you want to do. Yeah. Like, don't worry about anybody else. What was it, that clip you sent me of Casey Neistat the other day?
Yeah.
God, he was like, the moment that you stop caring about whatever anybody else thinks about you is the moment that you have creative freedom.
Yeah. That's something that hit me hard. We've talked about this on the pod before, but just the idea of there's a certain amount of self-esteem. There's a certain type of self-esteem, I should say, that is actually arrogance. And what I mean by that is, if you're worried about what people think of you in public when you're doing something, that's actually arrogance, because everyone's concerned with themselves. People aren't actually looking at you that way. And that's kind of what's freed me up. It's like, maybe I will get 20 comments about how my lips are chapped. But that's really okay. Like, it's not even, that doesn't actually affect me. And it's truth. So I don't know. It is a little freeing to just be like, it is what it is. I just, as long as they're not like, this video is terrible. Which, even if they do, the video ain't for them. I don't care.
Whenever I was recording mine, like, I was like slightly worried about the vehicles passing, because they would like slow down at that stop sign, and then like I'm very obviously there. Yeah. Well, then there were some people that left the wine bar, and there was a lady who was coming around, and she didn't like mess me up or anything. I was kind of moving stuff around, and she was leaving the thing. So I was like, what's going on over there? Like, I don't ever do that. Started a random conversation with a stranger, She's like, oh, it's this person from out of town. They're singing, da-da-da. It's really cool. You should go. Oh, I should. I probably won't ever go there. But, it was neat.
Did you go get video of it?
No, I didn't go get video.
Oh, that's me. Like, that I love that out. If I'm doing something outside that has to do with video, and there's some type of like event, or at the games, the pregame, if they have like a band, I'm just like, this is a perfect opportunity. Because if someone sees an event and a videographer, they're like, oh, these things go together. That's normal. So you can kind of like slide in there.
I was like in the mindset of, that has nothing to do with this video that I have fully scripted out. I'm not doing that.
Fair. It's fair.
So that was another thing I wanted to ask you. Yeah. So you've only done like one other video that was like scripted.
Yeah, word for word.
You come up with well, no, I'm talking about your the short, the coffee one.
Yeah, that was word for word scripted.
I thought you said for work.
Oh, no, word for word scripted, sorry.
Yeah. So how is it, because I've done it a few times for me, but how was it to come up with this one? Like, what did it feel just like doing an essay kind of thing for you, or like thinking of the shots and thinking on how this conversation is going to, portray?
So, that's a good, It's weird because I didn't know how to do it, right? And so I spent weeks and weeks and weeks working on a script, and I honestly threw it through AI. I tried to get AI to help me with the structuring of it, and AI did not help me at all. And then it came down the day to do it, and I kind of knew the areas that I had researched that I knew about that I wanted to include, the A, B, and C areas. And then I just started typing. And I typed in my own voice how I would normally say it. And then I'd go back if I was doing reads, I would go back and change things if they sounded weird. But I did, and I think I will continue to do a mix of straight reads, narration style stuff, and then to camera, just getting across what I need to get across. So the whole section where I have my arm around the cases of Coke, that wasn't scripted. I knew what I wanted to say, but that was just me being dumb and, this is Zach being Zach, that's all that was. And I think that was like one take. Of just being honestly annoyed and just.
That's funny.
So, but then the other parts, you can kind of tell. That's the thing with the mics. I also had a guy on there that said that I needed a new microphone. I told that to my wife, and she was like, "You do not need a new microphone."
Well, but babe, I do need a new microphone. Yeah, obviously.
This Shure SM7B is not cutting it.
No,
but
it's just an excuse to get another microphone. That's for me.
This one, what do I get? A Neumann? Like,
sure.
What do I jump up to from an SM7B? It's not like it's
just get the next one up.
I guess. But that just told me, and I was a little worried about that going into it afterwards. I was like, I can tell the difference in microphone qualities because the 7B has so much low end. I think next time I'm going to try to place my SM7B as much as I can if I'm in the room. If I'm not in the room, I'll have to figure something else out. But I think most of my narration will be to camera sitting here with the SM7B, or if I do something else, I'll move the SM7B just so I can have that audio across it. But I don't even remember what your question was, man. I'm just going on and on.
How was it scripting? Like that process for
I just
you
typed it out, man. Yeah. But that's how I used to do essays in college too, is I would wait till the last minute and I would outline, and then type, and I'm done. So
I did mine so differently than what I'm used to. I went to Tokyo, a restaurant, one night and got some sushi, and then pulled out my phone on Notion and just started typing this journal entry. And I was like, I need a storyboard of this. I need to think of these shots. Didn't even do it.
Okay.
Didn't storyboard a thing. I literally just had that script, and then I went out and I was like, oh, these are cool. These shots are cool. I want to sit right here. I'm going to do very run and gun for what I like to do,
Right. That's the way I like it. I kind of like going and shooting in the moment rather than really focusing in on the shot beforehand. All of the shots I had in my head that I was going to use for the video, I didn't use.
Really?
Yeah. It was all just like sitting so it all started, the shooting process started with putting all the cases down in that shot.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, cool. I kind of want to do a to camera shot because I think it looks cool. So I did that. And then I needed to do that kind of slow section. And I was going to do it here, but I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Why would you be depressed to camera sitting in your nice area type of deal? And I was like, what's better? And I was like, oh, it's kind of funny if I just sit on the floor.
Yeah.
And that's how I did that, and so for me, I was just kind of building on each shot.
As you went. Yeah.
Yeah. As I went. But I also think that, it's a stylistic difference too, because yours is way more cinematic than mine. Just way more. Yours is beautiful. That's the first thing I thought. I watched it through the first time. I was like, this is freaking pretty. I understand. I understand the teal and orange thing now. Wow.
What's so funny, the teal and orange thing Zach's talking about, it's just the color, right? It's like a very well-known Hollywood color correction grade, whatever. You got your orange tones, and in the shadow you got your teal, whatever.
Why though? Can you tell them why?
The orange is the skin tones, and the teal is your skyline and stuff like that.
Yeah, and
so
you look at on the color wheel.
Yes. You look at Michael Bay movies are mostly teal and orange. There's a ton of you could literally just type in teal and orange at Google and you will have everything you need to know.
Yeah.
I figured out how to do that the day before I edited it. Or no, while I was editing it. Not too bad. It
No,
wasn't
it
too
pops.
bad.
It pops.
Yeah, it was pretty solid.
It-
There was one shot where I'm sitting on that bench.
Yeah.
That like if you go back and look, my pants look a little weird, but it's not crazy. It's just like kind of the shading.
Oh, I know
or
what shot.
whatever.
Like when you go and you walk and you sit on the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, your pants didn't look weird.
Oh, it looked weird.
It's one of those things that you're gonna catch everything,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
even I'm not gonna. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Overall, I think they were both pretty great.
Great.
Yours more than mine.
No. They're just different. They're just different.
are.
I don't think that the one is better than the other, and I think that's the fun thing about this is we're not really competing.
No.
This is just to better ourselves and do something that we've said that we would do
Yep.
for like 5 or 6 years.
Yeah. Yeah. We've been trying to do this for a while, and well, here we are.
Yeah.
I'm pumped about this month. You have an idea yet?
I have 2 ideas that are competing in my brain, but I'll have one. I'll tell you this much, man. I might even have one in the next week or 2.
I wrote my script last night.
Game on, brother.
I was laying and I was like, I looked at my list of things.
Yeah.
And I looked at my number 2 item and I was like, no, I can't do that. It's kind of redundant because it was going to be defining a side quest or whatever.
Yeah,
but I was
yeah.
like, I just did that. It's
Yeah.
like, I have to do something. I have to.
You have to do a side quest.
I have to do a
Yeah.
side quest.
If you don't do
know,
a side
can't-
quest, you're gonna get like, yeah.
Exactly.
I'm gonna just destroy you in the comments.
Oh yeah, please do, please do.
Wait, wasn't there something I was supposed to? Sorry, keep going.
No, I sat there and like wrote out my script. I completely scrapped my original idea, which wasn't much of an idea. It was just kind of like a thought. That's the same thing. It's redundant. But I come up with another idea that I'm like, oh, this is really good. I'm very excited about this one. What is it? What?
I just went back to our messages.
Which?
All right, in your video, there's a shot where you
Okay.
delete all of your social media. And
Oh,
I was
yeah.
so proud of you. I was like, dude, Dustin is taking the step. He's taking this seriously.
Okay.
And I text
Okay.
you that, and you're like, no, it's all for show. It's just for video.
Okay. Now. In my defense, at the beginning of the year, I did do that
It's February.
for a month. You didn't let me finish. Or for like almost
It
a
wasn't
month. I did for
we were
like
texting in January.
it was like so what the idea was is I was going to delete social media, not delete them, right? I
Yeah,
still
yeah.
have access to them, but like quick access because I found myself scrolling through shorts, like wasting a ton of time on
Yeah.
it. So I needed to be more productive. Cool. Reading a book, side quest. I have all this going on in my head. Like this all needs to make sense. I got to do it. Well, then it ended up being time to upload stuff to Instagram for Deaton Street.
Yeah.
And it was very hard via Google Chrome for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, well, I've made the conscious effort to not get on like Instagram, Facebook, all this stuff. I'm just going to re-download the apps for now, whatever. And that way I can post how I need to.
Yeah.
Now, have I had the apps on my phone for like the last few weeks? Absolutely. Did I delete a couple of them for the video and then immediately re-add them? Absolutely. But
Exactly.
but I am making a conscious effort to not doom scroll on
Yeah.
those, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to lessen my screen time.
Maybe that's the next episode for us. If there's nothing trendy, maybe we just talk about doom scrolling and how terrible it is.
Doom scrolling, man. Then we would have somebody call us out for talking about shorts and how it's not that serious again.
They're not.
The comments, baby.
Well, I enjoyed our first month. I'm not sure if we'll do like a recap every month. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. But
Well, this was just like a special thing because, like, I think we both came out the gate like very strong.
Yeah, I think so
and
too.
so it was like, oh, okay, all right, this is what the year is going to be.
We'll tell you this. My video's getting some view, getting a little bit of traction on YouTube, and it's terrifying because now I think that my next video is going to flop and be terrible. It probably
Yours popped off.
Yeah.
Mine has been sitting pretty at the bottom.
I think it's not at the bottom. I think yours will pop off too. I think it just hasn't been pushed yet, but YouTube pushed mine and it got some views and some comments about my chapped lips.
Hey, look, I checked this morning at mine and it was at 60 views.
Yeah.
It got pushed, bro.
Yeah. But
It got pushed.
It didn't get pushed as much though.
No, like it got pushed from this morning to now.
Oh, what is it now?
62.
Oh. I don't want to. It's not a competition, so I don't want to.
It's not. It really isn't. It really isn't.
I don't want to get into how many I have.
Yeah.
But just at least you don't have people talking about how terrible you look on camera. So, but anyways, long story short, we did the dang thing. Not only today we did the dang thing, but we did the dang thing last week with our videos. And I'm proud of you. I'm proud of us.
Proud of you.
Appreciate it. I love you. We'll see you later. Please keep watching Deaton Street. Peace.
Absolutely. See ya.